Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Francine, and today we're talking about being overwhelmed and that feeling, that anxiety that kicks in as soon as we see someone achieving something, that feeling of we are not doing enough. In this microwave generation where everything is fast-paced, everything is like next project, what am I going to do? Get in my bag, do this, go to the gym, have a routine, do this. We are overstimulated. As a society and as a generation, we are fed this storyline about how our lives should be. You have to have a routine. You have to have a perfect day. Everything needs to work according to plan. You need to have back-to-back businesses. You need to have a 6-figure job. You need to have a side hustle. So much pressure. Every single place that we turn, everywhere, everybody needs to have this and have that, and that is leading to a very anxious generation, and that is leading people to feeling constantly overwhelmed and overstimulated. And that's why I feel like we have such a decline of good and healthy mental health, because so many of us are trying to excel at everything that we do, and when we don't hit the targets that we have set in our minds, we immediately feel like we have failed, and that feeling of failure leads to what? Wanting to unlock a new level in our lives, even though maybe mentally we're not ready for it. And unfortunately, we put these standards on ourselves, and we can't really blame the world, because the world is going to do what the world does. But it's up to us if we are going to follow suit with what the world tells us to do. And so many of us, what happens is, because we see everybody doing the same thing, we feel like we have to follow the leader. But that's not how it is, because at the end of the day, who is the leader? You need to be the leader of your own life. You need to curate your life according to your standards. You do not need to do what everybody else is doing. Just because everybody has a business, you do not need to create that business. And you are not behind if you don't have a car at the age of like 22 or have your own apartment at the age of 21. Everybody just thinks it's normal to have these things just because people post about it. You know, back in the day, we didn't know anybody's business because nobody posted it. But because of this age of social media that we're living in, everybody posts everything. So we think, oh, it's just the norm to have these things. It's not a norm to drive a Mercedes Benz in your early 20s. It's not a norm to have a full job, a 9-to-5, and a side hustle that's making you 6 figures. It's not a norm to even just have 6 figures in your account, right? Some people are blessed and they have it early on in their life. Some have it later on in life, but most people don't have it at all and probably will never have it. Does it mean that we should just settle and not try? No, of course not. You should try to be better. You should try to make more money. You should try to live a life that you're proud of and raise the standard of your lifestyle. But it should not put you under pressure. It should not make you feel overwhelmed and overstimulated. You do not need to have a routine. Let's not forget, some people just don't do well with routines. Some people do. Some people do not do well with having 6 streams of income. It makes them feel overwhelmed. They don't even have time for themselves anymore because it's just about thinking about the next thing. Some people are built to be workaholics and some of us are not. So just because everybody's leaning to the left, it does not mean you have to lean as well. Rebel a bit. Lean to the right. No one's going to judge you. People judge you in your head. I have social anxiety. It's something that I've struggled with my whole life. And it used to be really bad when I was young. I would walk down the street and I'll feel like everybody is looking at me and everybody's saying something negative about me. Until one day my counselor told me, they're not saying anything. You think they are saying anything, because let me tell you, the same way I'm thinking that everybody's looking at me, the person that I'm looking at that I think is talking about me, they are also thinking that I am talking about them. But mind you, we are both thinking about each other in a completely different way than what reality actually is. Point I'm trying to make is, there's more to life than just what everybody tells you to do. And the point of this video is just curate a lifestyle that you are happy with. If you're not happy starting a business, then don't. You don't need to have a business. If you don't really care for the luxury lifestyle, then don't try to do it just because you want to fit in or you want to look cool. Growing up is understanding that what social media deems to be cool is actually not. Social media is social media. It's there to portray a certain aesthetic. It's there to portray a certain lifestyle. This goes without saying, but we should all know that people just post their best moments. And if they are posting their worst moments, most of the time it's not just to be vulnerable. They are trying to monetize their pain, their disappointments, or their downfall. But that's just the reality of social media. People come online not to portray their true authentic self most of the time, but rather just to monetize whatever is going on in their life, monetize their personality, their lifestyle, their blessings, whatever the case may be. So stop being so harsh on yourself, you know. Take life easy, day by day, but be authentic. Stop trying to force yourself in a box that you do not belong in. Everybody is unique. Our fingerprints are different for a reason. If you are trying to be like somebody else, then you are losing your authenticity. There's no rule book on how to be successful. There's no rule book on how to gain happiness. Happiness is subjective. Just because this person has achieved the level of happiness doing this thing, it does not mean it will work for you. Find what works for you and stick by it. Even though people don't understand it, it's none of your business. I always say, what you think about me and my life has nothing to do with me. That's your business. And that's the mantra of life moving forward. Do not always try to get people to understand you or understand why you do things. Just do it. Those that get it. Those that don't. It is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. You can check out my TikTok. I post a whole lot of pep talks on there daily. I'll see you guys in my next episode. Stay well. God bless.